Today's episode is brought to you by Aberdeen Graphics, Aberdeen's vehicle branding and wrapping specialists. If you want to turn your vehicle into a moving advert for your business, their expert team can design and install high-quality wraps that get your brand noticed everywhere you go. From single vans to fleets, Aberdeen Graphics creates bold, eye-catching designs that help businesses stand out on the road. A professionally wrapped vehicle works for you 24 hours a day, promoting your business wherever you drive. To see their latest work or get a quote, search Grampian Graphics on social media. Grampian Graphics, style that sticks.
This week on the Sheep Fiddlers podcast, it's all about revenge over Dundee. After last weekend's disappointing defeat, Aberdeen had the perfect chance to put things right. We'll look back at the performance and whether Aberdeen have finally answered some of the questions raised. Plus, we've got all the latest Aberdeen news, Scottish football news, the John Bleaton section, and of course, Bleat of the Week. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Sheep Fiddlers podcast. How are we today?
Right. Being gas.
Well, revenge is sweet, isn't it? Just 7 days after Dundee put Aberdeen to the sword in a disappointing league defeat, the Dons had the perfect opportunity to put things right this time in the League Cup. We'll look back at Aberdeen's revenge over Dundee, pick apart the performance and the big talking points, and ask what we can actually take from this going forward. We've also got all the latest Aberdeen news, the biggest stories from around Scottish football, and of course, it wouldn't be the Sheep Fiddlers podcast without a return of the John Bleaton section. And then we'll finish things off with one segment where nobody is safe, Bleat of the Week. So let's sit back, turn it up, and join us for another Sheep Fiddlers podcast. So before we get stuck into the Dundee game, there's plenty happening around Pittodrie that we need to talk about. Transfers, squad news, and everything else happening behind the scenes at Aberdeen. So let's kick things off with Aberdeen news. So Dimitar Mitov left for St. Pauli. It cost them about 400 grand. He only had 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah, pretty decent now.
Yeah, they've obviously said undisclosed fee, but that's the usual sort of circular chat, isn't it? I think it was rumoured about 450k or something. So I think we all talked about in the last pod. I think we would accept something like that.
Yeah,
near 500,000 or whatever. So I think
A bit of profit.
Yeah,
it's sad to see him go.
Yeah,
but Müller's done a good job just now, and there was no way Dimmy was going to play second fiddle to anybody.
No, agreed.
well, that's the one thing that is weird about this though. He didn't want to play second fiddle here but he's gone to St. Pauli to play second fiddle.
Just a change, I think.
I mean, the whole process or trading model we want to go by is bringing in players for a couple of years and then them leaving for bigger, better things, and that's a team that's always in Bundesliga, so he'll be getting paid more at least. I have no issue with it.
Yeah,
he's always going to be the guy that won us the Scottish Cup. So
yeah, I think by a year left his contract was the right time to get money out of it as well.
Yeah, I get that.
And then also got the replacement in. Normally you don't have a replacement in before you even.
Yeah, I mean, that's very happy not being at this point without a goalie.
Yeah,
However, I've concerns if he gets injured or sick or ill. Then you've got Suman as backup. Now that's not the backup that you want to have. For me, he's your third choice.
Yeah,
I still think we need a better backup keeper to Müller than Suman.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
but then for me would be the plan B is Vigils. Obviously, he's went on loan this year, right?
Yeah.
But do you think he's getting managed football in preparation for him to come back as a number two?
No.
Why not?
I don't think so.
I think he's a good goalkeeper.
But there's been a good goalkeeper and being able to play in that first
I think
league.
he's better than Suman.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with that. I just don't think he's going to be the second keeper. I think he might, learn his trade and manage football for this year. Is it a Brock he's at?
No, it's a block on it.
And then he's off to a championship club.
Fair enough.
Interesting. K2 also out the exit door for SK Brann. Another undisclosed fee, but it's rumoured to be just under £1 million. Robinson has said he wanted to leave in March. I think that's interesting considering in April he said he had plans for him.
Yeah. That's an interesting point of view when you look at it like that, yeah.
Just maybe raise the price a little bit.
Maybe.
People knew he wanted out. Don't cost as much. I don't know. To be honest, I think the way he spoke about both of those players, I think both of them had said quite early on that they didn't want to be here this season.
But then they're
He
not.
talked about both of their professionalism in the transfer window. So, but if they wanted out and we're making profit off of both of them, then can't really complain.
But you look at the ones that have left in this, in the time that Robinson's come in, Keskinen, Jensen, Nielsen, and the ones we're speaking about just now.
Milanovic.
And someone that Shinnie had said in his exit his exit interview with whoever it was last week with Carly. Robinson wanted his own team, and none of these players were obviously part of that team. They weren't playing to the style that he wanted to. I get that. So some of them, you've still got a little bit of contract, you can get a bit of money, and they're not in your plans, let's make the most money that we can.
What I will say is, and I don't think anyone's actually said this from what I can see, is well done, Lutz.
Yeah.
Because the amount of negativity has been around that boy since he signed, but he's managed to get players out the door for money. And clearly, a lot of times, you look at a lot of clubs who try to get rid of players because they've got a new manager, don't tend to make money from them.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's managed to get some very good deals out of the door.
I mean, Mitov to Sam Lowry, you pretty much be certain Lutz was behind that.
Yeah.
So,
Fair play of Lutz. Deserves a bit of credit to them.
Yeah. A good bit of positive news next. So Dylan Lobin signed a contract extension to 2029. He was immediately loaned out to Dunfermline, but I think it's a good thing that we've signed him till 2029. I'm happy he's gone to Dunfermline. If he's going to play more game time than he would here, then yes, but I would like to see him still here. I'd like to see him push for the first team here, but if he's going to play every week down there, then yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think he's going to get more game time down there. He'll learn his trade under Boyo, and I actually think it will do him quite well. I think he'll come back next season a much better player.
Definitely.
I don't think Robinson's got the time to work with him that Dunfermline are going to have.
Yeah. I think there's an element of the trust Lennon probably is to grow him as a player. But you're right about the game time. He has to play. For it to work for Aberdeen, he has to play. But I totally agree with you. I think if he's going to get more appearances there than he's going to be top this year. But again, I'm very similar to what you just said, Clement. Like, I think I'd rather see him in Aberdeen top playing for Aberdeen. But I also appreciate that there's people like Mickey Cadden who started off pretty well. Anyway, Chris, you know what I mean? Chris Cadden, sorry. You know what I mean? I think there's an element. I don't think he plays enough games at Aberdeen. We want to be a top 6 club. I don't think he plays enough games.
Yeah, with us bringing in Chris Cadden.
Sorry.
Nicky's brother.
He was getting
that's what I meant.
5 games this season probably. So
yeah,
I'm quite disappointed, but also I get it. I do understand it. But I would rather he was our starting right back, give him a number 2 shirt and just.
But the fact that they've given him the extension, that's a good sign to begin with.
Yeah.
Then he's out on loan to a decent team, a decent level of team with a decent manager and coach. Then coming back next season, he can fight for that shirt. Because Devlin, on his way out, he's going to be the next Shinnie. You've got Nick, Jonathan. You've got Chris Cadden, who we knew as soon as he came in, he was going to be starting. Yeah. So what did that mean for the youngster? It meant you're not going to be playing. The only thing I can do for you is extend your contract. I've got plans for you, but go out on loan.
I think it's about PR as well from the club, because if you think about the last few weeks, everyone's been like, why is he not playing? Why is he not in the team? What is he even in his plans? Everyone's been so negative towards that, and they just went, well, we like him, 29. We'll put him on loan and put him in first team football.
Why did they not give him a 7-year contract like they gave Ambrose or whatever it was?
Did he get a 7-year contract?
It was 6 or 7 years when he joined. I didn't mean that, Al, but it was.
Oh, right.
It was 6 or 7 years.
No, it was Boussaouen. They got a mental long contract.
Honestly, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I have a look. Ambrose got like a 6 or 7 year deal when he first came in. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah, there's more things that makes us look like Chelsea. 6-7 year deals, 40 players in the squad.
Done cheats.
Fixture update. So the Motherwell game has been rescheduled for, I think it's the first week in September.
All right, yeah.
So we've got a free weekend next weekend, which is handy for me because the 22nd is my wife's birthday, so I don't have to fob her off and go to the football.
Indeed.
And good for you as well.
I'll be missing it.
So that's going to be moved to a midweek game. I think it's the midweek before we play the League Cup quarter final.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's like a 12th weekend of the 12th, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's I'm sure it's the 5th or the 6th or something. I can't wait. So the Dons emerging talent squad played in the KDM Evolution Trophy and beat Forfar for 3-0. Goals from Mason and Müller scored 2 penalties. So it's good to see him getting off the mark.
It's quite funny how they name the squad the Dons Emerging Talent Squad. They just don't call it like the reserve team or the D team or whatever. It's an awful big name for a squad, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, considering you had Müller, Devlin.
Oh, yeah, Devlin played as well, yeah.
There was 3.
Frame played as well?
Yeah, there was 3 kind of like first team players that were playing in that game.
I think Frame, you kind of...
You get away with that.
Yeah, you got away with that. But Müller and Devlin, they're the emerging talents.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So, well, that's all that's going on off the pitch at the moment. So let's get back to actually what happened on it. After last weekend's disappointing defeat to Dundee, Aberdeen had the perfect opportunity to respond, and they did exactly that. A completely different performance, 3 goals, a clean sheet, and a place in the next round of the League Cup. So let's get stuck into the match and take a look back at Aberdeen's 3-0 victory over Dundee and what went right, what stood out, and whether it was the response we were looking for. So, first chance of the game fell to Olusanya, in behind, down the left, but his shot from a tight angle, under pressure, straight at the keeper. Was this good goalkeeping, or should Toyo do a little bit better?
Both.
Yeah, about both, aye.
That was a tough angle.
Very tough.
I mean,
Should Olusanya do better? Maybe not. Would I want any other player to play the pass back to Nisbet? Absolutely.
I think the angle was obviously tight on him, but like he just went straight to the keeper's chest.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
the alternative was he just ran out of play. So he got a shot off. This is what we get from Olusanya.
I felt he was actually looking for contact.
Oh, definitely.
Once he didn't get the contact, he's like, oh shit, what did I do?
Yeah. Bad both, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, it is definitely. 22nd minute, he gets in behind again. The Dons clear it. Owen Bevan wants far too much time on the ball. Olusanya nips in and steals the ball off him. Actually, watching it live, I thought he fouled him, but watching it back, it's a great tackle. He actually wins the ball, nips away, and unfortunately, kind of similar, he has far too much time to think about it. He sends it straight to keeper.
This one's less forgivable.
Yeah.
Far much.
I think it was like that last touch before he gets to keeper, and then took it.
Yeah, you should.
No. He should have done better. But like again, it was just straight to the keeper. Like it was in the first one, just straight to the keeper.
Yeah. Forget just being a striker. If you are paid to play football every week, you've got to get that ball past the goalkeeper there.
We talk about it every week when we're speaking about him. If you give him too much time on the ball,
I don't know what he's doing.
Got a fucking clue what he's doing.
No.
And like you said, the halfway line kind of tussle for the ball. When he got away with it, I was waiting for the lino to go, referee, that's a foul. But no, he got away with it.
and he should have just slotted it. He tried to hammer it, but it was at the right height for the keeper, perfect height for the keeper.
Yeah.
It was just he had that 5 seconds of running. All he's doing is
like,
where am I
what am I going to do? Oh,
So,
I'm going to rainbow flick it over the keeper. No, I'm just going to smash it at him.
From the resulting corner, Happy pulls a routine save from the goalkeeper. His goalward header is tipped over the bar.
Good save.
Yeah, it was a good save.
Actually, the angle didn't look like it was going to go in, but then obviously the keeper just made sure.
Yeah.
That wasn't the one where there was like 3 damn happy headers, one after another.
No.
It was later on in that half.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
He's like very on it, so I'm surprised he wasn't.
Yeah. 25, Dundee get their first chance of the game. A simple long ball seems to deceive Happy. He lets it bounce, and Murray looks to nip in. Happy does get back and does enough to ensure Murray can't get the ball under control, and Müller comes out and gathers. But concerning that, again, one long ball just seems to be causing so many issues.
It was just like Jack Milne 2.0.
There's definitely
No, in that exact instance.
Oh, that is, yeah.
It went over him and he was kind of like, oh, that ball's going over, oh shit, I can't reach it. And then he was 3 yards behind Simon Murray and then had to make up for it.
There was a few instances of, I don't really know what to put it down to. I don't know if it's communication between the centre halves. It just seemed to be there was a few balls like that.
Yeah.
And it was like, who's dealing with it?
Yeah.
Just fucking deal with it.
There was a moment, there was 2 defenders and Müller, and both defenders was like, I thought you were going for it. I thought you were going for it. And Müller was like,
I think it was a bit of a because they're used to him coming charging out that far. They kind of just thought he was now.
But I think
if it was Mitov and goal, they'd just go back, but they think he's coming out. So
I can't remember if it was this one or not, but there was one of them in particular. The 2 defenders are like, is he coming? Is he not? Müller's starting position was high, and then if he stayed in that position, it was his ball, but he decided to kind of start going backwards.
Yeah.
So then the defenders, when they first looked, scanned, oh, he's there, and then, oh shit, he's not there.
That's just what you're going to get with a cycle goalie.
Thing is, it's just game time, isn't it? It's game time. I know we're like 7 games in, but like, I think it's game time with communication together, isn't it?
Yeah.
I also think, like, even if they've been together a whole season, the perfect chemistry, one long ball, if it's the perfect pass, it can just cut the defence open. So the more important thing is that they were able to react, and Happy does really well actually to put Simon Murray off.
Yeah.
32nd minute, see Simon Murray go off on a stretcher. Took a really bad knee injury. There was no Dons player near him. He's just trying to control it. He plants his feet and his knee just buckles underneath him. A good thing for the Dons, but you've really got to feel sorry for the guy, don't you?
100%. Yeah, I mean, I think I turned this out to you that him going off, it was going to be very big.
Yeah.
And the game's I know he's a focal point for them, and he just chases everyone down. He is pretty important for their team.
Like I said last season, or season before, he would have been a good striker for us to have. I would have had him in my team all day long.
Yeah.
There was some vile fucking numpty behind us in the south when he went down, just throwing absolute pelters at Simon. Wisna Liam. She just flat through that way. But I'm sorry, it doesn't matter who you are in football, unless you're the Rangers player, but you don't want that to happen to anyone.
No.
And at his age, that's pretty much
It's bad at his age.
Yeah, when you think about that. But like, because last weekend, him and the boy Wesley ripped us. Like, so when I think of, I just thought this could be a bit not easier, but like
Murray is the main man for Dundee. Like, he does make them tick. He leads from the front by example. He is very good for Dundee. Arsehole to play against. But you'd want him in your team.
And it was good to see the Dons fans kind of applauding him as he went. When the stretcher was finally put together and he was on it. Such a shame. Such a shame.
So just at the end of kind of normal time in the first half, Dundee got another chance. Guess what? It's the favourite type of ball. Long ball over the top. Joe Bevan latches onto the ball, coming in at a slight angle, but it's shot straight at Müller. Should have we been behind there?
I think that's the one I was maybe talking about then. That this is the one that they should have scored from.
No, they should have scored from that.
We were just very lucky his shot was like Olusanya.
It's the same as Olusanya's. It should be 1-1 to this point, realistically, but
Yeah.
we'll take it.
Muller's bailed us out.
Yeah.
He makes a good save. But yeah, it is concerning that that's what we seem to be conceding a lot of chances to. Is with two defenders as big as they are, we shouldn't be conceding long balls like that.
No.
And then just before half time in the extended injury time, Chris Cadden got to show his quality. A brilliant tackle to break up a positive Dundee attack. He fires the ball up to Nisbet, who lays it back to him. The Dons are on a breakaway. They win a corner. But I think, the point there was Chris Cadden. I want to kind of ask, what do we make of his 3 games as an Aberdeen player?
So, from 4 weeks ago, whatever it was, 3 weeks ago, when we were taking him in, and Liam was like, yeah, so the guy I was speaking to were like, why the fuck would Aberdeen want a player that Hibs don't? I'm glad we've got him. Because I think the 4 of us in here thought, why the fuck are we signing him? But to be fair, look what he's done.
Yeah.
He's a couple of years younger than Devlin, but he's like Devlin. If we've got that for a year or two, then
that
I'll
was
be
my
happy.
concern before seeing him play for us was we've got Devlin, so we don't need him. I thought it was just the same thing. But he's different to Devlin.
Yeah.
He's much more of an attacking fullback. His crosses are very good. He's not afraid to get himself hard. He'll put himself about.
Yeah.
He's getting shots away as well.
Yeah. I mean,
How
I'm
many
not
times
sure I
has he
want
done
him
that?
to, but
Yeah.
he's shooting. So he's getting in the right positions.
I like his leadership qualities as well.
Yeah.
The Dundee game, I know we were getting pumped by them, but like he literally was just shouting at people. Like, he wouldn't stand for anything, and you can see it in the home game there as well. Again, he wouldn't stand for anything, and he was like, as you rightly say, he's got the quality enough to get the ball in the box really well. Not scared to go forward, get back. He's up and down.
He's rapid as well.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think he made a mistake up the right hand side in the first half. It was between him and I can't remember who else was on the right. Who was on the right with him? Anyway, it doesn't matter. 2 of them that were on the right hand side. Bit of miscommunication. Chris Cadden is well at position. He gets back and makes a tackle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yes, he's an attacking.
He made a great tackle first half.
Yeah.
Number 18 for them.
Yeah.
Was bombing down.
O'Reilly.
Yeah, he
O'Reilly.
from behind he slid in and he just got the ball.
So that was the one where they made a miscommunication and then he got back and made a sliding tackle.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, I'm hurt. Fuck off, get up, man.
Yeah, I think he's been brilliant. Great games.
That has been good.
I think he's been a really good signing. Just hopefully it continues.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take away from my whole moaning about the lobbing situation.
No.
Still think I'm right with that, but
Yeah.
this is what we've got now, and I'm not exactly upset about it.
So from the resulting corner, Nisbet had a volley blocked. Aremu had a strike from distance, well saved from the goalkeeper, and then from another cross from the resulting save, Nisbet is inches away from a tap in, but he just can't quite get there. Was this the momentum just starting to go in Aberdeen's favour?
I think if it wasn't so close to half time, in our 5-10 minutes or whatever, and I think as I say, that's Simon Murray's situation, and then we were just trying to get a stronger hold in the game a little bit, and started getting chances.
Yeah.
So yeah, we said if we had like an extra 5 more minutes, I think we probably would have maybe called a goal before half time.
I think if that volley didn't hit the defender, I was going in. Like,
Yeah.
The way I was feeling at halftime was this is so much better than a week ago. Like we'd had chances even, like we were pressing. I think I said to my dad, like I'd like to see Dundee play another team because I think there's a possibility they might actually be decent this season. Obviously, we then went and rolled them over second half, so I don't know anymore. But they might be all right. But yeah, I was such a fan of Armu that whole game. I thought
he was good. Like,
It was like you were saying night and day.
Yeah.
It was like night and day from previously.
He was. It was like 2 different players.
I am convinced one of these weeks he is going to score from 30 yards. One of those shots
good
going
couple of
in.
shots. One of them, the keeper did tip over.
Yeah.
One of them was
going in.
going over, but I mean, it was still great strikes.
Yeah.
It's when you hear that home crowd shoot, and he's like, "Fuck yeah!"
He might score like 3 goals for us, but one of them is going to be fucking brilliant.
So the Dons started the second half very well, and in 12 minutes they just blew Dundee away. Great play from Chris's favourite player, Yogan, down the left. He gets his cross in early for once. Olusanya does really well at the back post to knock it down for Cadden. His shot is a little bit weak. Nisbet's in the way, but his control finds Olusanya, who shoots. Keeper does well to save it. But who does it fall to? The one person we really want to fall to, Kevin Nisbet, who smashes it home. What do we think of that goal?
Right place, right time.
Yeah.
But
a good bit of
horrific
play.
goal, like, but beautiful at the same time.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about it. The cross is good. The knockdown from Olusanya is good. And Nisbet just being alive.
I think, to be fair to Chris, going about Yogan, that was the first time in the game that Yogan actually did the right thing. First half, he was really
took him 50 minutes to do anything.
Really poor first half, but he did definitely wake up after that.
Yeah.
That's all you need him to do. Just pop up every now and again.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
I just feel when you've already got Olusanya
That's all we need.
being a bit up and down, having another passenger is...
As long as he just doesn't do what he did the first 45 minutes against Dundee away. At least he was in the game.
I still think Lewis Smith should be starting ahead of him, and Yogan coming on against tired legs until he's up to speed properly.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, I definitely want to see more of Lewis Smith.
Even when he came on, there was a couple of flashes from Lewis, but it was later on in the game. I think the game was already done when he came on.
Oh, that's one where I thought he was going to score fucking brilliant.
Is that when he went into the middle and shot straight down the throat of the keeper? Yeah. But I mean, if you got Yogan off, Lewis Smith on for that 60 minutes, that's what you want to see. And then Yogan coming on for that last half hour.
Yeah.
He just in that first half.
Can work both ways as well.
How
Because
many
he's going to be
times?
up and down through the season.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to be on form the whole year. So
Between the both of them, we just do what Chris's favourite thing is. Shading most of that.
Impact sub.
So that's all about. It's all about.
But Lewis isn't an impact sub.
No.
Not at all.
From what I've seen, he does deserve to start. 100%. He does.
Definitely.
He's indeed.
6 minutes later, it was 2-0 to the Dons. Dons grab control of the ball on halfway. Aremu finds Ntelo. He plays a simple ball around the corner to Olusanya. Takes a couple of touches and then looks to find Ntelo, who'd made a run into the box. He lets the ball go past him. He turns and just absolutely leathers it into the top bin. Great way to make your debut there.
it's a brilliant goal. I thought at the time, and having seen it back, I still think Olusanya does everything wrong in that move. Because he gets the ball, he's got the overlap and fullback, just needs to fucking play it to him. It takes 4 touches to turn around. It's not the best pass in, but Ntelo makes it. I mean, it turns out it's the perfect pass. But none of that is meant. Ntelo, without taking a touch, just turning and smashing in the top corner is brilliant quality.
Good technique. Really
But realistically, Olusanya fucked that move and we shouldn't have got a goal from it.
Honestly, I've seen Milk turn quicker than fucking Olusanya.
Outrageous. For someone so small and rapid to turn as slowly as he does.
But a good debut. Like I think first half when he was out wide, he was all right, but he wasn't.
I felt
He wasn't in the game. He wasn't in the game enough.
To be fair, neither wing was really in the game.
No. Yeah.
But I felt he
did okay. Huh?
He looks fine, but he thinks he's very good.
Who?
Ntelo.
Oh,
He
yeah.
thinks he's better than the league because there was a few times first half he was little touches and that he was just taking things a little bit too easy. I felt, but then
He's not going to the extent of fucking that.
I know we've not
Carl's
covered it
report.
yet, but he's involved heavily in both goals and only takes 1 touch of the ball.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's natural instinct as well. He didn't need to look at the goal. Didn't need to look up. He obviously knows where the goal
I
is.
think he is going to be a good player.
Yeah.
He might just need a bit more time, but
Yeah.
he was. A lot of players come to Scotland, they think they're going to be better than everyone else, and that'll get kicked out of you.
Oh,
So
very quickly.
hopefully he screws the heat, and if he tries, he could be a very, very good player.
Yeah.
I mean, second half he was much better. Went to the
Yeah.
middle take.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, he was definitely better through
So
the middle.
better.
So the scoring was done 6 minutes later. Yogan down the left again.
I mean, we keep mentioning his name. I know. That marvellous one.
He was fucking horrific.
55 minutes to get into the blitz.
There's Amar. important players turn up on time.
End product.
We could have. I think it was a squad cross anyway.
Well, I thought it was an absolutely beautiful cross.
From the winger, it doesn't need to be a perfect cross. If they do what he does and he goes outside his man and just puts his foot through it, ball into the box, you don't even need to look where it's going.
Yeah.
It will cause danger and something might happen. So he does everything right.
You don't need that magic all the time. You just need it every now and again, and that's what he did. Delivered in the big moments.
Yep. So his low cross, it's heading towards Ntelo, but he hears the shouts of Nisbet behind him, and Nisbet makes no mistake from 10 yards. Great run from Yogan. Nisbet stays out and sniffs out the chance. That's a brilliant goal.
Yeah, good goal.
I think it's made. The cross is made by Ntelo leaving it.
The dummy was brilliant.
Dummy was brilliant.
Fantastic.
Wasn't the man.
Yeah, directly involved in 2 goals with 1 touch of the ball is pretty impressive.
Yep. Definitely.
A good debut for him.
Yeah. The Dons were happy now to sit in, not to give Dundee any encouragement to get back into the game. Dundee were restricted from shots from distance. On 84, Aberdeen nearly added a 4th. Müller does great to keep the ball in play after a wayward cross. Dons play it across the edge of the box where it finds Armstrong. He turns and shoots towards goal, but hits the foot. And rather than going inside the far post, it comes off the inside of the post.
Yeah. He strike. I thought it was in.
Yeah, I thought it was in as well.
Couldn't have done much more.
No. 100%.
But job done. In the hat for the next round. And I feel we got revenge. We put Dundee back in their place.
Yeah, I think players like Guinness Walker, for me, massive difference between the last week and this. You could tell he was
barely got.
Oh yeah, 100%. Bevan wasn't the same player.
Did I send you that TikTok? It was about what Guinness Walker found in his pocket after the game.
Oh yeah.
Bevan was one of them.
But he kept him quiet.
He did.
Bevan was not the same player.
In fact, he went down a couple of times, hurt. And then I think there was one moment where there was a head knock, and he tried to stop the first aiders coming on because he didn't want to have to stay off for the minute. But he was down for a wee while. It was a head knock.
He stayed down too long, basically. For the ref came over and chat to him.
Yeah.
If you just get up then they don't get called on.
But also as well,
wait for the ref to call and immediately stop.
But it was a head knock, and the referee didn't stop the game, which was weird.
Yeah. But I think our first goal, remember rightly, he is down for it at some point.
I'm pretty sure.
And then he gets told to go off for the minute.
Yeah.
And he's off the pitch, and as we're building up playing,
I'm pretty sure that's
we
the
then
minute
score.
he's off, because I was thinking, they're a player down and we're just passing it around the back for this whole minute, and then suddenly we're up the other end of the scoring.
Yeah.
So the good thing to see about this 1 minute off is that it's not the referee that's counting down the minute, it's the 4th official that's doing it. So he will hit his stopwatch for that minute. Right, you ready? Aye, okay, there's your 1 minute.
He was literally holding the player for the full minute.
Yes, yeah. So it's good to see that it's not your referee going 46 seconds. Oh shit, sucks.
I know you mean. Come on. Yeah. It's good. That's actually pretty good. That way,
Yeah.
to be fair.
So was this down to us inevitably being better than last week, or were Dundee just not as good?
Bit of both. I think we were, I wasn't at the game last week, but by the sounds of it, utter horse. This week, for what I saw, a lot better than I've seen in a long time, but I didn't see the Dundee that was playing last week.
I think it was down to us being better, because last week we allowed Dundee to play, and this week we didn't. So it was us being better.
But we spoke about
us being shite allowed them to be good. So it's not that they're any worse a week later. We were just better.
But we still had some shite moments that could have led to goals.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is it was a bit of both. So they weren't clinical enough in the chances that they had, whereas we took our chances.
I definitely there's something in there with players though, like Adam who we talked about was much better against Walker. There was individual players who were terrible before. I'd also been told sort out.
Yeah.
And they've got a chance to sort out. And even Yogan played. You only played 45 minutes. Like, you got more time, and you had the special moments, as we all know. But so I think we're better. The Simon Murray situation as well. I think
that's a game changer.
That changes the game for them as well. So we were better.
Yeah.
Definitely better. But I agree with what you're saying, Chris, in terms of they still had opportunities, so they could have easily punished us again.
Yeah.
It could have been a very different mythology if one of their goals went in.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think, when you look at the stats, we had 16 shots on goal, 9 of them hit the target. That shows improvement.
Yeah.
That's a massive improvement for a lot of last season as well. Dundee had 8 on goal, 2 on target. So you can kind of, there's a very good argument that the scoreline is a true reflection of the game. I thought we were good. I thought it was an entertaining game. I think you're right. The Simon Murray thing going off, that changed it. They weren't, they've got Wesley and him, and they do work really well as a hunting pair.
Yeah.
And when they only had the one, you could tell they weren't able to do it as well.
I think on the back of that, because of hunting a pair and the way they do it in the press,
yeah,
their movement allows people like Bevan and Riley in the wings to get the long balls.
Yeah.
So once you take that away,
yeah,
the two wingers for them don't become the threat that they were the first game down Dundee. Exactly. That switch of play from them is incredible. That's what gets them moving.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do think part of it as well was Dundee's lack of a plan B. But yeah, definitely would deserve to go into the next round.
100%.
So that's our look back at Aberdeen's performance and a much needed bit of revenge over Dundee. But Aberdeen weren't the only team in action this weekend. There's been plenty of other happenings across the League Cup, with teams fighting to keep their hopes of reaching the next round alive. So let's have a look at the rest of the League Cup results and see who's through, who's out, and who's left with it all to do. So the first game was the Ayrshire Derby. Kilmarnock beating Ayr 3-2. Ayr actually led twice in that game. It was quite interesting.
Did you see the Twitter admin after the game?
No.
That's fucking brilliant. So Ayr United posted how we do our match at Dens.
Yeah.
He goes, who are we playing? Them at there. And then end of the game, man of the match is standing in front of the scoreboard, and they've changed it from it's Kilmarnock 3, them 2.
That's pretty good.
That's good. I like that. Dunfermline were put out by Ross County 2-1. Celtic beat Dundee United 4-0. Hibs beat Partick 1-0. Hearts beat Inverness 6-2. But at one point, Inverness were up 2-1, and they just seemed to collapse in the last 10 minutes. Upset of the round, Steny beating Motherwell 1-0 in extra time. That's an absolute shocker.
I've seen the goal as well. It's actually a pretty decent goal for them as well.
And the Rangers.
Upset of the round.
Yeah, well, Derek McInnes got his first win as Rangers manager as they battered St Mirren 5-1.
They battered the
Better than black and white.
well, yeah. There is that. But they battered the holders, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a surprise result.
Well, thing
I wouldn't have expected St Mirren to go there and win.
Yeah. Well, St Mirren said they weren't going to give up their trophy for free.
Oh, yeah.
So after the Aberdeen game in the car on the way home, they were doing the pre-game with Martin O'Neill.
That's right.
And his interview was like, so as the current holders of the... No, in fact, no, wait a minute. What am I talking about? So, we're trying to go out and win and get the cup back this year. So he was angry. Whatever has been wrong with me, he says, I'm a bit muddled at the moment. So that was hard. That was hard to listen to as well, because he's such a respected man.
Oh, 100%. That's why I'm surprised he's back.
Interviewing him in a hospital bed's just a bit.
Well, let's go on to the draw. So Mr. Hutton made an absolute arse of it. The first two teams out of the hat with the two warm balls. Rangers to play
Don't make it too obvious, man.
You're supposed to take a warm ball, then a cold ball. Need two warm balls.
Actually, no. But that's the draw that they fucking needed. Couldn't have that happening at Hampden.
Yeah.
True.
We drew Kilmarnock away. Ross County Hibs and Steny Hearts. Interesting draw.
That's a very interesting draw.
I personally, I wanted either County away or Steny away. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
County away because I love a trip to Dingwall, but Steny just because Georgie's never been there, so it would have been another ground for us to tick off. But
Well, that's fair, but I'd be absolutely shouting it that we'd be the team we would lose again to a team that we shouldn't be losing to.
Could you imagine that three Premiership teams in the trot if it was Motherwell, Hearts, and then one of the other ones?
There's good games in there though. I think we'll be up by fight against Kilmarnock. But I think County are doing pretty well under Keller. I think they're doing. I know they're side, but they shouldn't be there. And Steny are a ball. I think Steny did well last year, and they're coming on in the championship or whatever. So I think it'll be 3 tough games for the other lot. I think the easiest game is for Celtic against Rangers.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with the ticket obligation.
So I read today that there's no additional
extended.
No.
They're getting the tiny wee corner.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to say as it should be, but actually, they shouldn't get fucking anyone. That should be an empty stadium.
Yeah.
It was pretty empty last night, wasn't it?
It must be soon enough we're finding out what they get for that Scottish Cup.
No, it should be fine.
I think
They can't behave,
so just this week.
All they're going to get is the League Cup.
One interesting thing to come out of the draw was that's the 11th draw in a row that Rangers have been drawn at home. So if you take each of these draws as a 50-50 chance that Rangers will get a home draw, the odds of this happening is over 2,000 to 1.
Oh, I'm still going to turn on next time.
That's fucking wild, though, isn't it?
I can't believe that.
But I can't.
Well, I can. I'm saying
It's the only thing I do believe.
You know, the last time they played away from home in the League Cup was when Nate Bastard was allowed in during fucking COVID.
Well, it was the best season. If you want more away draws, then
That's wild.
away draws and no fans. That's perfect for Rangers.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Right. So that's the results sorted out. So let's go on to the Scottish news. So the 10 and 6s are back. They'll be held at the Braehead Arena on the 3rd and 4th of October. And it's going to be Legends players. Apparently, each club's been given a budget to get, obviously, legends in that they can pay. And, so it's going to be over the 2 days, it's going to be split into 3 regions. Each team will play once in each session. So there'll be 2 sessions on the 3rd, and then 1 session on the 4th, and then there'll be a final session on the 4th afternoon. So if you got to get through to the final session, but of the 3 sessions, your team will play at least once per one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
I'll be honest, I thought the tennis sixes already were back. What the fuck was that thing at Tekka?
No, that was Masters football.
That was Masters, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was the same thing, but different name.
Yeah.
You couldn't get tenants to sponsor it.
Masters used to be quality.
Masters was a Sky thing.
Yeah, and it was it mainly England or?
No, they did it in Scotland.
Did it in Scotland as well?
Yeah, they did it in Scotland. 10 and 6s back in the day was actually the first team. It wasn't a Legends thing. It was the first team that went and played in it.
Yeah.
You're too young for that, Liam. You
I can't drink tenants.
Because in the Rangers St. game, I watched a bit of it, and then the Alex McLeish in the crowd, and we're talking about 10 and 6s. Like how he played in it. Get lost. On the laugh through.
So Scotland have also announced a new manager, Sebastian.
I would go Pocognoli.
Yeah,
Yes.
The one.
Yeah, that's enough.
Well done.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I actually did research it, and then as soon as I read it, I had a massive brain fart. So he managed Morocco.
Monaco, not Morocco.
Too far away from my screen here. Monaco at the end of last season. Previously led Union Saint.
Just
USG. I thought
USG.
Yeah. The first league title in 90 years in 24-25 season. So interesting appointment.
They won the first Euros and World Cup in forever. Whatever.
Just got to get him.
That's
Thing is,
it.
when we were talking about who we thought, obviously we know fuck all.
Yeah.
His name wasn't even anywhere near it.
That's because we couldn't pronounce it.
No, but his name was nowhere near.
Nah.
Even Radio Scotland was saying it was Nisbet.
I
Up
don't
until last week.
anything about this guy.
No.
So.
Well, apparently he had played in Britain, came through the academy
Oh, yeah,
down in Brighton and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he knows British football really well.
And I've just forgotten his name, but his assistant coach is going to be, he used to play for Everton, he's a Belgian, Morales or something.
Kevin
No,
Morales. Played for Aberdeen.
Yeah,
Played for Everton.
He was good.
so he's going to be the assistant coach.
And I believe his nose gets bigger when he lies.
That's a good bet for the penny drop there. Like,
Kevin Morales got a big nose for it.
but I'll be interested to see what happens here.
Yeah.
There's a 2-year deal as well, so it's not like
Yeah, it's a weird one.
it's not like ours. We'd be 6 or 7.
But then,
It's just for all of the Scottish players out in Italy.
then how long a contract did they give Stevie Clark
Well, I have no idea.
initially?
Yeah.
Initially, I think it was a 2-year deal to start off.
Or maybe that's
It was basically just two.
Yeah.
Realistically, that's a campaign.
Yeah, that's basically what they do. A campaign.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see what happens.
Yeah.
Can't be any worse.
Yeah.
Wonder what signings he'll make.
Hopefully Robbie Eure from fucking Seville comes up.
Oh, he's
It's all coming in.
He's got to be a Scotland player now. So hopefully he's going for $7.5 million. Just
Still doesn't get a game.
That would be the Scottish thing to do, though, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's move on from Scottish news to the John Bleaton section.
Penalty to Rangers!
So Nick Walsh was the referee in our game on Saturday. I don't think he did much wrong, to be honest. There wasn't any contentious decisions. He seemed to be a bit more consistent with the new rules that had come in. The only thing that was boiling my piss a little bit was we got 2 players booked. Both of them were for similar things, stopping promising attacks. But there was at least 2 or 3 Dundee players who stopped promising attacks from us, but they didn't get booked. Maybe I'm nitpicking a little bit, but I think it's worth pointing out that we need consistency.
I agree. I think he was pretty solid-ish during the game. I think as you talk about new rules, he seemed pretty good with that. I did like the fact that the subs just got told to get off the bloody pitch or the right part and stuff like that. So all the new rule stuff was good. But I totally most of the new rule stuff was good.
So here's 5-second rule shite. Whether it be sideline or the 6-second rule for the goalkeeper, shite. He turns his back away. So what it was is, according to the Aberdeen screen, it was Bo Roos that was in goals for Dundee, by the way. So Bo Roos was in goals for Dundee. He's holding on to the ball, and Nick Walsh does his kind of usual turn around, walk, run, jog, whatever, towards the halfway line. He's already had the ball in his hands for 6 seconds. He then turns round and he's waiting and waiting and waiting. He's had the ball in hand now for 11 seconds. And then Nick Walsh goes, 5. And at that point, the ball's released. So it's already been in hand for 11, 12 seconds with no player in the box, nobody interfering. That's shite. That's shite.
Yeah, well, what I would say is he was more consistent than the referee the previous week. He didn't only count for us, didn't count for the opposition. He was at least counting for both. I'm not saying it was perfect in respect of the timing of when he started. That needs to improve.
Yeah.
But he was definitely far more consistent.
What I would rather is a referee who did the same
for both teams.
For the whole game.
Yeah.
Rather than implementing the rule one time, not doing it, then implement, then, you know what I mean? At least...
Oh, it's the first minute in the game. Let it go. No, shouldn't
that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that's what all football fans want, is just fucking consistency.
Don't get me wrong, I hate Nick Walsh, but I just thought he was fair. I
think it's fair. There are some instances like ball's going fucking bouncing away and you're going to wait for the right back to come take the throw in or something. I can get, you don't always need to have a Gestapo-esque, as soon as the ball goes out, right, 5, 4, it's a little bit of leeway. I agree that he was a little bit unbalanced with the yellow cards.
Yeah.
They definitely,
a little bit.
They should have had at least 2, but
minimum.
They got none. But I do think overall he was good, to be fair. If we're going to moan every week about referees, then we've got to also give them plaudits as well. So
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, there was no contentious issues in our game, but then there was the Celtic game about an hour later. Oxlade-Chamberlain played in a low cross into the ball. Seems to be a little bit of a scramble. The ball clearly hits the arm of the Celtic striker, who...
Who did it hit?
It's near an owl.
Oh.
It breaks to Duran, who smashes into the net. Referee Stephen McLean and the VAR official Greg Aiken checked the incident and allowed the goal to stand and deemed the contact to be accidental. SFA head of referee Willie Collum issued a formal statement clarifying why VAR did not overturn the goal. He stated that under the laws of the game, accidental handball in the build-up only rules out a goal if the same player has handled the ball, scores the goal immediately. Because who handled it and Duran scored,
Who handled it?
The law treats this as not punishable.
That's mad.
You should have done that in a Willie Collum voice, though. It would have been a lot better.
I don't know
What you're trying to say is, right, and it leads to this goal in particular. The ball's going out wide, past the goals. You can handle it, flick it back in to play.
As long as it's accidental.
As long as it's accidental. And then somebody else can go and tap it in.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much what happened here.
Yeah.
If who didn't handle the ball...
No, who did handle the ball?
Right? if he didn't handle the ball, that ball was going away for a throw-in.
100%.
However,
I wasn't stopping anyway.
who handled it?
Who
did?
Okay, thank you.
I mean, fucking hell, that's part this section's going to get.
But he handled it, which meant the ball wasn't going out.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's an advantage to the team who then scores.
Yes, agreed.
So,
why is that not taken into account? And the rule do that?
I thought the rule was if there's any handball, doesn't matter
Apparently it was,
who
but
touches
it changed.
yeah,
Why
So,
did you change that? It makes no sense to change that.
So
Yeah,
I
anybody.
think
not just the
if you take
Who?
the Falkirk one
Yes.
against St Mirren, that's hit his arm and then someone else has smashed it in. So the difference here apparently, and this is why Mr. Collum has had to come out and say something about it, is because they deemed that as a punishable handball, which is fucking bollocks. I'm sorry. Someone running and the ball hitting it, that is not a punishable handball. Absolutely not. They've fucked up. They've said that that's been deemed a punishment. No, you're changing your statement to fit your narrative.
So go back to us in Europe last season, very start of the season.
Jensen
Sandy J getting sent off
Yeah.
for running.
for being on the pitch.
Yeah.
What I would say is like,
It doesn't need to be a yellow card; it can still be a handball.
but your point is valid in terms of the ball would have been out of play. It would have been in the box for him to fall to him to score.
Yeah.
So there is clear advantage from Celtic. That's what should be looked at here. It's common sense. That's common sense.
I feel like
It'd be different if the ball was already in the box and it touched it. Do you know what I mean? If it was like not far from him, and I could understand the ruling being there because that's fine. But when the ball's getting crossed in and then the ball is getting literally left in the box because of his hand, which wouldn't be there if it didn't have his hand.
And excuse the pun, but it doesn't matter who handles the ball.
Who?
If anybody handles the ball and a goal is scored from it, that is it there. Not just because the guy who handled the ball, it wasn't him that scored. It does not matter.
Yeah.
See,
what a shite.
Before VAR, that would have been given as a handball.
Yes.
100%, unless the ref didn't see it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I feel like there wasn't much confusion around handballs before VAR was a thing, and now that it's a thing, you need a fucking university degree to understand what's going on. It's mental. It used to be the only thing that stopped it being a handball was ball to hand. Now that's not even enough to stop it being a handball. It's all over the place.
Like I do think as well that it's. I'm not saying that it's supposed to be handball is a rule because of deliberate handball. That's why
Like Mr. Suarez versus
Now, I think even if you go back to before this silhouette bollocks about making yourself bigger, I do not think what Who does is a punishable handball.
Who?
Exactly. His body is natural as he's sliding in.
Yes.
The fact is, the other goals are being chopped off for the same fucking thing. Why was this one not?
Because it's Celtic.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Celtic or it's Rangers.
There's always that.
The rule is penalty to Rangers, penalty to Celtic.
Yes.
I can kind of understand the reasoning behind not disallowing the goal. I disagree with it, but like it does also. I can't believe they've not brought it up. But the whole, falling down, you use your hand for breaking the fall.
Yeah.
That's not a handball. So if they'd gone for that, I could maybe get it.
Oh yeah, true.
They haven't gone for that.
No.
They've gone for he doesn't mean it. So that's irrelevant.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I'm
matter
fine
if
with
you mean
that.
it or not.
How do they know he didn't mean it? Did they do a psychological assessment of it
Yeah.
and ask him, did he mean it or not? Did they?
But this
you know
is
what I mean?
this is where VAR is mental, because like we shouldn't, as fucking Michael Stewart said fucking years ago, biomechanics. We shouldn't actually fucking care about that when it comes to football. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whether you meant it or not. It's handball.
Yeah.
That goal shouldn't have stood, and it didn't matter anyway. So
I mean, no, I get it. It didn't matter.
No,
but it shouldn't stand.
it shouldn't have
stand.
stood, yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have stood.
Yeah.
It's quite simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, did you see the one West Brom goal at the weekend? I think it was at the weekend anyway.
No.
Cross in on the boy, like it hits off fully off his forearm and goes in.
So he's at the blind
But they don't have
side.
VAR.
He's at the blind side of the lino.
Yeah.
The ball gets crossed from left towards the middle, and the attacker pretty much just goes body like this, goal. Every other player is like handball. He's like, shit, was up? Am I going to get away with this? He's running away celebrating, but at the same time going, did the lino see that? Lino didn't see it. And like Liam's saying, no VAR, goal, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. That's a shit that you get put up with.
Unless you made us goal the other week.
Yeah, but you can tell, What's the word? What's the little statement that they use? It has to be. I keep forgetting now. Oh my god!
It's clear and obvious.
Clear and obvious. That's the one. It wasn't clear and obvious because the angles that they had weren't clear and obvious.
Yeah.
Nisbet was given the goal at one point.
Yeah. Yeah. So, standout online take from the last match. I'd just like to mention Müller's Rabona clearance. I saw it at the time, thought it was outrageous, and now I've seen more clips. Absolutely fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
It's
To be honest, I didn't
techers,
see it at the time. I heard the whole stadium go, ooh. I thought it was just a shit kick out.
no.
But yeah, that's quite cool.
Proper techers from like.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Someone's predicted him online to do a Higuain at Wembley, the scorpion kick. That'll be his next thing to do. Higuita, sorry, yeah.
But yeah, honestly, yeah.
He's that mental, he would try something like that.
Yes.
Mad German. I quite like him.
Right.
Got some distance on it as well.
No, I did actually.
Let's get on to this week's therapy session. Let's go to Bleat of the Week. Right, I'll go first. And this is a continuation of my bleat from 2 weeks ago. So, as you're aware, we got told to stop filming inside Pataudry. We got moved from where we stand. So when we went to I'd obviously been in contact with Alan Burrows at the club. He'd given me an email the day that I sent the email, but I'd heard nothing from him since. Had a think about it and what I thought was the best thing to do. So I spoke to Georgie and we decided we wouldn't film the game. We would stop doing the TikToks where we film the goals inside Pataudry. But myself and Alan, we were still going to stand where we stand. Everything was fine when we were there for 30 minutes of the game. And then we were approached by the same steward again. And I want to put this out there as well. I've got no problem with the steward personally. He was very nice. He was very polite. He said what he had to say. he listened to what we had to say, but I'm still not fucking happy about not being able to stand where I want to stand. Because of we're the last 2 seats in that row. If anyone wants out of that row, we have to move into the stairs. So what's I don't get the issue. I really don't get it.
Yeah, we're the last row of the stand as well. So literally, we're not blocking anyone from getting in and out of the stairs from the stand.
Yeah.
As well. I think the most disappointing thing from my perspective, you might cover it as well, but is realistically that the same steward you're talking about, again, I can only echo what you said. There obviously was a second one because there's 2 other gentlemen who stand on the stairs as well, and they were having a discussion with the other steward. There was then 3 more stewards, and it wasn't just stewards, it was supervisors.
Yeah.
Came to the exit and were staring up. So there was now 5 members of security for literally 4 members, or 4 people who stood in the stairs who were not being aggressive.
No.
They were not shouting like swear where they weren't being nothing. It was a general discussion to just signify that we weren't happy because there've been people that are standing there for 12 years and people standing like us for 5 years.
Yeah.
And we've never been told to move.
No. For
health and safety reasons, but that's now 2 games in a row. And as what's been pointed out, is come from the control room as well. So that for me, that was intimidating.
Yeah.
With a home support, and to be intimidated like that.
Yeah.
Considering I wasn't drunk, I wasn't aggressive, I wasn't doing anything wrong.
No.
Which had a general discussion and moved it by that point had moved into my seat.
Yeah.
So I was standing off the stairs.
Yeah.
So I wasn't as if I was still standing. We're standing on the stairs and being aggressive. So I don't understand why there's 5 of them. There's no need for 5.
There's no need for it. And also as well, after that, how many different people came out of the gate below us and looked up at us to check?
Different people in suits and stuff like that.
Different people in suits. Yeah.
Mirror that to Dens a week ago. I don't know if you noticed the stairs next to us the whole game.
Yeah.
Every single level, all the way up the stairs, either side, just full of people.
And you can see the top of the south stand. They're all standing at the top. That is a health and safety risk because people who want to leave the stadium have to try and get past people standing at the top.
I mean, in my view, it was fine at the weekend, but 2 weeks ago at Hearts, there was clearly a bunch of extra folk in my row because it was properly fucking squished together.
Yep.
I know it was the same in every row, in front and behind, because that's what it gets like at that part of the south stand. So, yeah, it is interesting that they're going to police one side and not the other side of the stadium.
The decisions come from the control room, who've used CCTV footage to look at us and distinguish that. And this has only come because of filming, so that now this game, wasn't because of filming. They've literally picked on us specifically.
Quite weird that they've got a camera trained on the back corner of the main stand.
So in the middle of the main stand, there's 2 cameras, one above each other, and they're swivel cameras, because when the steward was talking to us, I looked over at the cameras, and one of the cameras was turned and it was fixed on us. And I looked over.
When you walked down the stairs, it was turned.
No, I didn't notice that. But I did look over a few times. Sometimes it wasn't looking at us, but there was other times they were looking at us again.
I can understand, right? Completely understand. If we're aggressive, we shout things, we're disgusting, whatever you might. I could understand that.
Yeah.
We go home and away. 40 games a season, 45, 46 games a season we go to. And we've never caused trouble once.
No.
Never been anywhere near flipping alcohol and caused trouble once.
No.
Yeah,
nothing.
I've been at a lot of games with the both of you, and I think the stewards are probably right.
Thanks for that, Liam. Thanks for the backup.
Thanks.
So,
no, but as well, it's I could understand as well if there'd been an incident in our section where someone had got hurt.
It's one section of the stadium where you put money on it. There's not going to be an incident.
Nothing's going to happen.
Nothing's going to happen. We're standing there.
Where the family section should be.
Yeah.
Not the top end of the deck down.
Yeah.
So the other 2 guys that stand there, no one blocks anything.
No.
Everyone's up and down. And as you pointed out, the guy did mention that there's a fire door at the back of us.
Yeah.
But it's 2 steps away from where we're standing.
You would be the first ones through there anyway.
And why would we be going up the way in the stand if we were leaving? We'd be going down the way.
Exactly. So if it's an emergency, I'm fucking going.
The fire line goes off. You're leaving. You're going down the way. So no one's going to be blocking it.
Yeah, no, but flip it, and if you were going up the other
Yeah.
way, then you'd be the first ones through that door
Exactly.
because of where your seats are. So it
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you're standing in front of it.
But
And it's not like there's activity through that door throughout the
No.
game. Like, that's where the stewards come out of or anything.
from my perspective as well, I'm the first seat. I'm a big guy. So if there wants to be a health and safety issue, then I don't move. There's a lot of people in my row who will not get out of their row. 'Cause I'm not being difficult. I'm just being truthful.
Yeah.
I did get quite good evidence of you guys.
Ah, you did. That's right. It's a little colour.
And
If only you'd zoomed out slightly and you caught all the stewards that
Yeah,
were standing
but
and watching.
I've seen the two guys or the additional guys that you're talking about,
Yeah.
but it doesn't. They're not impeding anybody's view. They're not doing anything. One of them's actually leaning against the railings at the bottom.
Yep.
One's about 4 or 5 steps down from you guys. I don't see the issue. I did see obviously the steward talking to you, and then the rent-a-cop supervisor further down, but he actually looked as though he was talking very aggressively to whoever he was giving into trouble.
I don't even, we didn't hear it.
It looked it.
It looked it.
Yeah.
I don't think he was being aggressive. The two guys were really annoyed because they've been there for 12
Yeah.
years, you know what I mean? So I can understand them being.
So I was trying to film the goals, but I missed every one of them. I was filming every other thing that
Just
happened.
filming us.
Yeah. And no one was said to me.
Alright, you get your check in the post from the
Yeah.
yeah. CCTV man, is it? At this point. Ah.
So
Send them both.
Both of them on that side of the desk, totally, is
These
it?
guys are not in their seats.
Maybe that's who's in the control room. Anyway, well, that's our bleat done with. Anyone else got anything to bleat about?
I mean, it's a bleep, but it's not a bleep. I don't want to blame kids football because I'm a big supporter of it, and coaching a team, the wee man's team, it's just the moving of the Rangers game, 12 o'clock. I'm not going to get to see it because we're now under 15s. Our games moved to 1 p.m. kickoff, which means we're going to see absolutely jack shit of the game. If we had we still had the morning kickoff on Sunday, might have still got into most part of the game, but I'm going to be a total part-timer this week and not get to see one of the biggest games of the season, where we should beat Rangers. The Rangers, given the fact that they've been so poor defensively. So, very disappointing that they moved it just for money and TV rights and just to give more money to the Rangers.
I'm to be honest with you, I'm delighted it's moved.
Yeah, fuck off.
I come back from a holiday, so it's worked out perfectly.
Gets to see his beloved Rangers.
Nah.
Oh, Chris is.
And you get to see my beloved. I mean, if they moved it to Saturday night,
yeah, I get it.
right, but
It's
Sunday
never going to be Saturday.
Sunday at 12 o'clock.
Is it because they're playing in Europe? Is that why it's moved? Or is it just for TV?
Anyway,
No.
are they're not in Europe
No.
this week. No, it's the
No.
next week,
Next
isn't it?
week.
Oh, no, so it would be, yeah. So they would still be in Europe,
So
yeah.
you don't
Because of Europe, so it's not because.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's the first leg. The Motherwell game's postponed to give them a break between the two
Well,
legs.
they're going to be at 4 o'clock on Sunday.
No, but they're never going to do that.
No, there weren't English teams on at that point on a Sunday.
That's
I've
right.
always hated it. Sunday, if we're playing on a Sunday, we're playing at 12 o'clock
Yeah.
because that's when they can put us on telly. Because
Oh,
someone will watch.
I retract my bleep ever so slightly, but it's still annoyed.
things that had to be as well because Police Scotland will be forcing that as well. Because they won't want people in pubs before.
Yeah.
You know, because we get shut down by security. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
And you two are bad enough.
They get all the security risk.
A flight risk, not a security risk.
Orange walking himself in.
No, that wasn't Stonehaven. That was Alan.
Oh, well, before we get full-on sectarian, that brings us to the end of another episode of the Sheep Fiddler podcast. Massive thank you to every single one of you for tuning in. After getting our sweet, sweet revenge against Dundee, we can all step aside and hold our heads high and breathe a collective sigh of relief. The Dons are in the hat for the next round, and Rangers have somehow managed to draw a home tie for the 11,000th time in a row. Honestly, at this rate, the SFA are going to start changing charging them council tax on Hampden and Ibrox combined. If you enjoyed today's show, do us a massive favour, hit the like button, smash the subscribe and share the pod everywhere so all Aberdeen fans can get involved. If you're watching on YouTube, drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. What did you make of Aberdeen's performance against Dundee? Was this the response you wanted to see? Is there still plenty of questions to be answered? Don't forget to get involved on X, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok throughout the week. Keep sending us your takes, your score predictions, and of course, your candidates for Bleat of the Week. If it's a ref's decision or a ticket price has sent your blood pressure into orbit, let us know. And we're cheaper than therapy, aren't we, lads? And if you fancy keeping the lights on at Sheep Fiddler HQ, you can always buy us a coffee via the link in the description. Every single penny helps keep the podcast running. We've actually got a weekend off thanks to Motherwell's European run postponing our game. So enjoy the break, put your feet up and try not to miss the stress too much. So until next week, stay safe, keep breathing, and as always, come on you Reds.
Come on, you Reds!
Before you go, make sure you're following the Sheep Fiddlers podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And if you enjoyed the show, please leave us a review. It really helps more Dons fans find us. You can also keep up with us on social media. Follow the Sheep Fiddlers podcast on X, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok for all the latest updates, episode announcements and Aberdeen chat. And if you'd like to support the podcast, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/sheepfiddlers. Every contribution helps us keep the podcast going. Thanks for listening and we'll see you next time. Come on you Reds.